Hi there everyone, welcome back to Children TV. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And if you're back here again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So in this week's videos, we'll be taking a look at NASDAQ and gold. Just wanna see if you can capitalize on the current market movements or just update the market so that it favors our setups. So with gold, I was looking for buys, ladies and gentlemen, but I just want to reanalyze this a bit because I do see a strong push to the downside. So what I'm going to do is let me just get rid of that. Just going to adjust this like that because we might have potential sells, to the downside. Then you can just have this like that. You can just have this like that. So this is a pretty clear setup, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I am anticipating sells, more sales than buyers here because there's also a head and shoulders, and I'm also just analyzing this on the 1 hour time frame. I usually take trades on this time frame, but today I decided to analyze on it because it's pretty clear and straightforward. Nothing much has really changed. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a head and shoulder. Have the head and shoulders there, and price did currently break out of the neckline. Price did currently break out of the neckline. Um, let's just have this there, that zone there as the neckline. So with this one, ladies and gentlemen, previously, yes, price actually did the same thing here, but then reversed again. Just want to show you what I mean. Price went up and gave us that head and shoulders again, and we also thought that it might be pushing down. However, it continued to the upside. Continued to the upside. The reason why now I'm saying we might have a possible drop is because buyers seem to be losing momentum. Buyers just seem to be losing momentum this time. They were aggressive here, and then the market started being choppy, and then it went up aggressive again, but not as aggressive as we had hoped. So initially I'd hoped that it would go all the way until this high, all the way until this high. Then I would confirm that okay, this buy is still gonna continue again. This buy is still gonna continue again. But however, it went up and then decided to give us a head and shoulders again. Head and shoulders again, and it didn't push that much to the upside. So I just want to get rid of this so you can get a nice clean chart and then continue with the analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Remove that. But bear in mind the buy is also possible. Remember, you need to cater for both situations. I'm just saying that the sales is much more highly um, possible to play out. So now we have that, ladies and gentlemen. We have a push, correction tab, and then a push down. So you can enter this in two ways. Since this is the neckline, the zone, let me just also cater for that longer wick. So you can anticipate price to go back and retest at the zone and give you rejection candles, and then you enter. You enter all the way until the downside. So my preferred target for this is these lows. Is this lows? Is this lows? And then from here, I will anticipate reversals because this is the first touch, second touch, and the third touch, ladies and gentlemen. That will be on the third touch. We'll be looking for the buys. We're looking for buys to the upside. We'll then be looking for buys. But for now, let's just focus on what is currently happening there. So this is the first entry type. Wait for a retest because price did break that neckline, or if this does not happen, you can always wait for this push down and then a pattern, continuation pattern, because I mostly trade patterns and then enter at the breakout. Oh, what is going on with this pair? What is going on? Ah, okay, press something by mistake there. Okay, so can just wait for this to play out, something like that, and then the same thing, look for sells. And the more of these you get, the more of these you get while price is still pushing down, you can scale in and enter, ladies and gentlemen. You can scale in and enter, and also applying proper risk management. That's the most important thing. Applying proper risk management while managing your trades as well. So that's it for this first scenario. And also, just wanna do this just to separate this pattern, because I do see it's also a possibility. It's also a possibility. Let me just get rid of these twin lines. All right. So what I also did previously, I did separate this pattern. Sometimes the market can just be overwhelming with the patterns. They might not be direct. So you just need to apply what I call pattern separation. Pattern separation. So we have this, just separate this pattern. You see it has been going up and then it corrected and then it went up again. So this actually right here might be forming a bigger correction. Might be giving us something bigger like this. Might be giving us something bigger like this. So if it does do that, ladies and gentlemen, just know that okay, the market is gonna prepare for a bigger buy. It's gonna prepare for a bigger move to the upside. So we'll just have to monitor that and enter accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's it for gold. Just keeping it nice and short and sweet. Nothing too hectic there. Just add this to your watch list. Now let's go to NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen. NASDAQ, 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 NASDAQ. All right. So with the NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen, nothing pretty much has changed really. We are still anticipating price to reach this high. We're still anticipating price to reach this high. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, price started losing a bit of momentum when it now that it's reaching these highs. So whatever happens here, ladies and gentlemen, we are anticipating maybe a reversal, a possible reversal, because how price has been moving here. Let me just zoom in and see if we actually have a descending pattern that we can identify here, just to confirm that or have an idea that the cells might possibly play out. Let me do that. Let me just see. Let's me just see. Okay. Let me go back to the 1 hour. Okay. It does seem like it's gonna play out, but we're not gonna guess. We're just gonna wait for the market to tell us. We are not gonna guess. We're just gonna wait for the market to play out and tell us, ladies and gentlemen. So currently, we do see this. This is an ascending pattern, which is a reversal pattern to the downside. So if it does get here and give us reversal candlesticks, it will be a very nice confirmation. It will be a very nice confirmation because you see what happened here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Price reached this highs and dropped aggressively to the downside. After this strong push, after pushing aggressively to the upside again previously, see the market does repeat itself, guys. The market does repeat itself. Just want to show you that it's actually doing the same thing. As you can see, price went down, pushed down, and then went up, started moving a bit. It was aggressive, then started moving correctively. And once it got to this high, which is also the previous high, let me just identify that, which is also here, which is also here. So if I just extend this, it might not be a perfect touch, but it's there. If I do use a zone, it will be in that zone. But as you can see, price went aggressively up and then started moving a bit correctively and then it dropped. So same thing here. It went aggressively up and then started moving correctively. So you might anticipate a nice drop again. Plus you do have a pattern here. So see, if you just look at this, kind of like looks the same. It's a bit similar, guys. It's a bit similar. It's a bit similar. It's a bit similar, ladies and gentlemen. So that's one thing I am anticipating. The only thing that would change my bias is if price breaks this high aggressively. Let me just say this zone actually. If price breaks this zone aggressively, and then gives us continuation, then that's when we'll say, okay, the